Thank you. Thank you up front. That's all I really wanted to say with this video. We've made it to the end of the 2005 season. I hope you've enjoyed all of the deck analysis so far, all of the looks back at this particularly interesting window of the Pokemon TCG, a very important time for vintage players. And so now that we're at the end, I wanted to make a little video about what's next. Of course, you probably already guessed, is the 2006 season. When I started this channel, the purpose was to create an encyclopedia of metagame decks, but also fun decks, starting at base set, going up through the 2007 season. 2006 and 2007, I believe, are the golden years for the Pokemon TCG, for vintage play. I'm very biased because that's also when I was playing the most. I was playing competitively, going to big tournaments. But I think I also have a lot of evidence to back that up. And you will see that as we get into the 2006 season. I will be recording it and creating content in the same way I did for the 2005 season, where I spend fall and winter kind of tinkering around with decks, getting some gameplay in, really getting back into the groove of that format so that I can do these deck techs and dive in properly and also stick to a consistent upload schedule. You probably noticed with 2005, I started out twice a week. And then after I finished all of those videos, I was like, you know what? There's no reason to drag this out to the end of August. I'm just going to start doing a video every other day, kind of experimenting to see how that plays out. What I discovered is that's probably a bit too often. People tend to lose interest. So at the back end of this 2005 season, I saw the viewer count for each video decline. So lessons learned there. But that is how I will be approaching the 2006 season, is I will work on videos until the entire season's done, and then I will set them to publish in the future, but in a timely manner that makes sense. Just before I started this 2005 season, I also did Base Fossil Revisited as kind of a mini series, and that did very well. I think anytime I mention Base Fossil on this channel, I tend to get more views, more engagement. And while YouTube analytics are not the reason that I show up and put in the work for these videos, it is very nice. It's positive reinforcement for me to go, okay, I understand what people are wanting to see. I understand what's going to build the community and get more people in here, and that drives me towards that content. So while I'm working on this 2006 stuff, which I've already started, I've already started a couple of videos. There's two decks in particular. I'm just like, yes, this is where I need to start in 2006. So I'm already putting in the work for those, but I'm also just itching to revisit Base Rocket, Base Gym, maybe even Prop 15. I'm really wanting to dig back into some of these earlier formats, and I think you guys are too. So that's another side project I'll be tackling that you can expect to probably be a precursor to that 2006 block, that season of videos that will probably be releasing in spring of next year. I'm also in a position now where I have a bit more free time and energy to sink into things I've been wanting to do with this channel for a long time, in not only creating a consistent upload schedule, which has been very hit or miss over the years. Gotta cut me some slack though, I'm not a professional PokeTuber. I'm just a dude that uploads a video whenever he can. But I want to talk about more than just Pokemon. While that is one of my favorite things on this planet, I also have more things that I want to talk about that can be more of additional or bonus content for the channel. I also want to try to get some collabs going, because a big part of this channel, one of the reasons I started it, was to create some kind of community to increase awareness of vintage play. And I'm looking for other people that maybe just want to hop on here and talk about that, do some podcast style episodes. I know recently one of the WotC 20 guys reached out to me and was like, hey, do you want to cover some of this content? Like, dude, hop in here. Let's do some episodes. If you just want to, kind of promote your format and talk about how awesome it is, because I know you guys play regularly. I keep up on the Facebook group, but I'm really open to also any other ideas that anyone has. Post them down below or hit me up. I'll have Facebook and Instagram links down in the description. That way you know how to find me. Those send me alerts, so I'm more likely to check those and respond through those channels. But it's not like there's going to be an enormous lull between now and whenever I finish this 2006 season. The plan for the meantime is to keep throwing up one video a week, maybe more than that, just depending on what's happening in the world of Pokemon. As we get closer and closer to the 30th anniversary, I'm sure there'll be more and more to talk about. But the goal is to do one video a week. I will be going over a variety of vintage topics. I have a huge notepad over here with a list of topics I want to discuss that I just haven't had the time for while I've been working on this 2005 season. A lot of it will also be focused on ultra modern collecting, things going on currently in the Pokemon TCG. I'll be covering a lot of finance. That is another aspect of this fandom that I find incredibly interesting right now. And a lot of my videos lately have been the focus of, what is this market? What has this fandom and this hobby become? What can we do as a community to kind of work our way through what's going on? Not as much from an investment standpoint, but more of just, as collectors, how do we get the cards that we want for our binders? Those videos also tend to get more viewership, which once again is good for the channel. It's good for the purpose of this channel. And so I will continue to focus on videos like that, not only because I find them interesting, but also because they help bring more people in here. If one of those videos brings in a Poke Bro or a Finance Bro, and then they're like, oh wait, this dude actually knows his stuff. He looks at vintage cards and then actually gets into gameplay and starts to learn more about the hobby, starts to learn more about Pokemon, then mission accomplished. I got one more person into this fandom, into this select group of people that care about the vintage TCG. I also just wanted to give myself a bit of a break because I have moved into some new opportunities that do give me more time and energy to work on the things that are most important to me. So things I've neglected, like my own physical fitness and the huge stack of books and games and anime that are just backlogged at this point. I'm going to start digging into those, give myself a little bit of breathing room, make sure that I am physically and mentally healthy, because that's some of the things that are most important to me, before diving right back into videos, discussion, YouTube analytics. But the main purpose of this video was just to say thank you for watching. Thanks for tuning into the channel. Thanks for being part of this community. It is very important to me. I try to participate as much as I can in similar communities. There are a lot of YouTubers out there I really enjoy. I like Twice Baked Jake. I like Danny Phantom. I'll even check out a Rudy video every now and then just to see just to kind of check the pulse of the overall Pokemon finance community. But here lately, anytime I've been discouraged and start thinking why am I sinking so much time into this? Why am I doing deck techs for essentially dead formats that very few people even care for anymore? And then I'll get that one comment that'll just say awesome video. I never knew this was a meta deck. Thanks for uploading this. Thanks for increasing awareness. Anything like that completely wipes away all of the doubt, all of the discouragement that I feel. And so that's what I'm here for. That's what this video is about, is thank you for those kind words. Even that one little comment I'll get at the bottom of a video that only has 200 views on it makes me want to do the next one. And I know that that's going to ring true for everything I do from here on out on this channel. It's all going to be with the support of the people that are watching, leaving comments, leaving likes, sharing these videos. It goes so far, and it is an understatement to say that it keeps me excited. It makes me happy to see those, and it is very important to me. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I will be continuing to upload. It will not be every other day like it has been here lately, but I am shooting for once a week. If you have things that you want to see me discuss here on the channel, throw it down in the comments. If you want to be on video discussing those things with me, hit me up and we'll make it happen. Stay tuned to the channel. I've got a lot of fun things I want to do on here. I'm very excited to start digging into them. First, I'm going to go read some books. I'm going to play some goddamn video games because it has been a minute since I've allowed that for myself. I'm going to get fit again. Let's all have our individual journeys and convene back here. See you at the next one. Again, thank you.